time it is. The Wave804, baby. About to do an interview with my man Kev, Conscious Community Wear. Shout out to my boy Brian right behind the camera. About to be a lit, nice interview. Just now coming back into it. Took 3 months off, ready to work.
Let's get to it. Now we back on it. We rolling.
I'm gonna give you something quick to smooth real quick. History repeats itself. Opportunities don't. This shit right here just happened because the opportunity that presented itself. If I never would have came in, I would have missed this shit. I'm trying to tell everybody, you make the best out of what you got. Because when you're in the process, the only way you can do is go up. If you fail so many times. What's good? Where's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. It's the only place you can find a way with the Wave804. Today on this Sunday, man, I got a dope interview with my big homie Kev from Conscious Community Wear. We're gonna chop it up about the business, what he's been working on, and also, man, he got a lot of things in store, so you don't want to miss out, my G. He also talk about a lot of just about the ownership as well, so make sure you be on it. Shout out to my big homie Brian right here, definitely recording everything. We're gonna get this nice ass whip, gonna chill, have a good ass time. We're gonna be chilling, man.
See what it is.
Hey, make sure you cop the merch. Definitely make sure you cop the merch too. Conscious Community Wear on all social media platforms. Homegrown, man.
What it's about.
Man. Yo, what up, world? It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. It's the only place you can find the wave. It's the Wave804. Today, I'm kicking it with my big homie Kev from Conscious Community Wear. We're gonna chop it up about a lot of things. We're gonna drop some gems. He definitely gonna talk about his business, and we also gonna talk about ownership. I want to give a big shout out to my man Brian, that's right behind the camera, that's getting everything, and everybody that's been supporting the Wave804 Conscious Community Wear, and also my man Brian, as far as he do interviews as well. So definitely check out his page on all social media platforms. It's Brian_804, right?
Yep.
My man. So we definitely gonna do that. But we riding straight throughout Richmond. We chilling. He gonna lay some more gems on us. He gonna talk about some more stuff, but I ain't gonna say too much because I definitely want to go ahead and get into it. So big homie, I see you that you've been working for a long time, bro, but you've been doing a lot. I definitely want to bring up a lot of stuff to speed as far as the last interview that we had, because of course we talked about the brand, what the brand consists of, and what's the mission statement and the purpose of the brand. But I also been seeing that you've been working, man. You also had I'm going to get this out of the way because I get hyped when I think about it. You had one of the most intellectual women, Whoopi Goldberg from The View, wear and have your shirt on, man. Like, how important is that, man, as far as you coming from Richmond? Well, a lot of people don't know my man's from Lynchburg, you know what I'm saying? He coming out here, he doing his thing, he got his mind right, but from you coming from a place, how important is that to you? You see yourself like... It's on a global scale, because now it's like, yo, you actually done something that a lot of people say that it's not possible. So how does that feel about you?
Right. So for me, man, like, first and foremost, to have, when I look at Whoopi Goldberg, I look at her like she's a strong black woman. She's a mother. You know what I mean? And, you know, we've been putting a lot of work in, you know, from the last time I talked to you and everything, and putting a lot of work in, and from that time frame of us having the talk that we had until, I forgot when it was, but that November time frame is when I got the news about that we would be on The View. So this the whole breakdown of it, right? So when I had sent her some stuff, like when we first started, you know, I do a lot of, you know, for people out there that want to know, wonder if social media work, Instagram, all that stuff, it does. You know what I mean? You just got to be consistent with it. So we had ended up sending a guy on Instagram. He had a lot of followers. He looked like his page was popping and stuff. His name is Derek Monroe. Shout out to Derek Monroe. And he's actually, you know, from where I'm from too.
Okay.
And he was doing big things. So I ended up sending him a couple T-shirts. Sent him one of the railroads joints we did. I sent him one of the Kaepernick T-shirts we did and stuff. And Whoopi, she saw that. I actually had sent him one of the Stay Woke joints, and she saw that. And I didn't know at the time that he was her hairdresser. You know what I'm saying? So he had hit me back with a DM and everything, and was like, "Hey, Whoopi would like one of your shirts and stuff like that." And I was like, "Whoopi." Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, man." And I was like, "All right, facts, bet." He was like, "Send her extra large." So I sent him one out there, you know what I'm saying? And he probably like a few weeks later, he sent a picture of her in it and everything. And that was like the first encounter, you know what I'm saying? So after that, fast forward, right, I had seen her probably like a few months later. She was on, I think it was like the Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon show.
Gotcha.
Or whatever, and she had the sweatshirt on. And I was like, wow. I was
That's
like,
amazing.
okay. Yeah, and after that, man, I was like, you know, her birthday, I learned about her birthday coming up. And it was in like November. I think like the ending of November. I don't know if it was like the 30th or something like that or whatever. But I sent her something for her birthday. The team, we got her a card, put a happy birthday card together. Everybody signed it, just wanted to show love or whatever. And for her doing that, and so we sent that out there. Probably like 2 weeks later, man, I'm sitting around, you know, just working on some stuff, and I get a DM again, and he's like, "Hey, the people, the producing stuff from The View would like to get in touch with you." He was like, "Can I give him your number?" And I was like, I'm still thinking of how to register this shit. Is this real, for real?
Right.
And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So they called me. I told him yeah, and like he was like, "Yo, they gonna call you in like 5 minutes." And like exactly 5 minutes, the producer of the show called me. She was like, "Hey, we love your stuff. We love what you're doing. We love your movement. Whoopi loves your stuff. And we wanted to know if you would like to come out for our Christmas special and stuff like that." And I was like, "Yes, absolutely." And they was like, "The only catch is you gotta do some type of audience giveaway." And they was like, "Are you able to do that?" They was like, "You could either do like vouchers or you could do a t-shirt giveaway." So I got together with my peoples. I told them, I was like, "Yo, let's do this t-shirt giveaway." I told them too, I was like, "We'll do a t-shirt giveaway because it's gonna be a lasting impression on the audience and the people that we come in contact with."
Thinking.
So, long story short, bro, we ain't have but like, they called me, but we ain't have but like a week to get like 200 shirts together and out there. Cause they called, I think it was like November 28th or 30th, somewhere in between that time, and I had to have everything there by like December the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we was working. It was some long nights, shit. That whole weekend, I don't think we even slept from like morning to night, just to pump and get shit out. You know, but we made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And we went out there on December the 13th. And no, the 12th. We had to be out there the 12th in New York City, matter of fact, on the 12th. And we got out there and prepped and stuff with what we had to do. The 13th, we went out there to ABC Studios, and we walked up, man, to the door and stuff like that. It was this long line of people waiting to get in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, so we got right there, and we like kind of like gonna stand in line, and like somebody seen us and was like, "Nah, y'all ain't supposed to come this way." You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh wow, like, you know, I never had the red carpet treatment before, like rolled out like that. Besides, you know, doing some local stuff.
Yeah,
or
you
whatever,
know, go to the club.
You know,
into the side joint.
This is on like a whole nother level. So we got there, they brought us in, and mind you, it's cold. It's wintertime and that. So these people is standing outside like freezing. So we get inside and it's warm, and we sitting in there and we waiting. And they're like, "Hey, you know, you guys sit here. We're gonna go out, get your badges, stuff like that." And then, you know, they ushered us in, man. You know, and put us right there on the front row of the View. You know what I'm saying? And when I got in there, like, the stuff is just displayed on their stage. You know what I'm saying? So to see that, and where I come from, and to see that, the stuff that, you know, actually came from out of my mind, brought into fruition, created, and then made it that far, bro. It was a wonderful feeling, man. Everybody that was with us and stuff like that was just like, yo, we couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah.
But it was just, we was just so in awe. But at the same time, you know, I still had to kick in that mood, like, yo, all right, you know, even though we're here,
yeah, we still gotta
you know,
keep going.
yeah, we still gotta keep going. We still gotta stay on track, you know. And when she came out, we seen Whoopi come out, and she saw us and she waved.
Right.
You know what I mean? She pointed and she was like, you know what I mean, and acknowledged it. Oh, you know what I mean? So that was big for me, man. Somebody that you see, that I seen growing up on TV, big movie star, and, you know, and the things that she's did after that, and the character of person that she is, man. It really said a lot to me. It taught me some things of, for real, because I'm a nobody. At first, you know, compared to, you know, she don't know me, you know what I mean? She don't know me from, and the people, it was other people there too, other businesses and stuff, but they were like friends of,
like some of the producers,
yeah, they was like the co-host that Whoopi had up there with her. They was like friends of their family and stuff like that. So they was like looking out for people, and she looked out for somebody that she didn't even know.
Right.
So that was big for me, man, and to have a black woman put us on like that, man, and she brought it out there. You know, she put it out there all over the world for everybody to see, man.
You had the opportunity to go to somewhere and to share your brand with not only Whoopi Goldberg, but also with the world. Now, when it comes to the orders, did it increase your orders while you was out doing that, as far as you promoting your business, or did you take more like you met more people as far as networking wise? So, you know, it's talk to this and that. People was interested in your business. So, which one was more beneficial for you?
Okay, that's funny, man, that you say that, because the show actually taped on the 13th.
Gotcha.
And then it aired on the 14th. And I had told Brianna that works with us, I was like, yo, if we only get like a few orders off of this thing being on national TV, it's gonna hurt my heart. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, you know, okay, people ain't feeling it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then maybe I should just put it up. And so the 14th it aired at 11 o'clock that morning. And probably by like 11:45, we had got like a few orders, right? And I was like, okay, we got a few orders or whatever. And I was like, see how it go, you know. So it was only like 3 or 4 orders that popped up. And right when I said that to her, to Brianna or whatever, like 5 minutes later, the phone went bing, bing. I was like, okay, we gotta. I looked at it. I was like, okay, we got a couple more orders or whatever.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, bet. And then it just started going bing, 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 and it was constantly, bro. I mean, from 11 o'clock that Friday, 11:45 that Friday till Monday.
So
and that was on that 14 was on a Friday.
And you had the whole weekend.
Whole weekend.
Damn, that's amazing.
Phone rang from that until shit. Really, man, on up until February.
Damn.
Yeah.
And all this started into like November?
Yeah.
November?
It started with December the 14th.
Started December 14th all the way to February. Yeah. So not only did you have a whole weekend, but you also had a good 2 months. That's amazing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: we wasn't prepared.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, this is something for anybody that's taking the path that I take to know that, okay, you gotta have like a mass production has to be in place.
Always.
And, you know, and I depended on, not saying that I didn't know about the mass production companies, but I was trying to reach out to like local people
Mm-hmm.
that had like probably like smaller t-shirt shops and was trying to like get them to do a bunch of stuff, and they just wasn't able to handle it. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to reach out to somebody that was used to doing
Right.
high
Market. Got you.
So I had to like, because like December 14th, people was trying to get stuff, I guess, for Christmas and stuff.
Got
You know, so we had to do a lot of, cause it jumped us from, you know, from point A all the way to point D, and so we had to do like a lot of emailing, bro, and like explain that, you know, we are a new company and stuff like that, and we appeared on the View, and you know, to just be patient. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we had a lot of people in the emails. The majority of them, for real, were like congratulating us and stuff like that. And but then you had some that was like, hey, well, we wanted this by this time, you know, and stuff like that. But that's business, though. You're gonna deal with things like that. But man, it just got overwhelming there. But you know, now we prepare for stuff like that.
Gotcha.
You know, so we've been had consistent orders after that. And the thing about it wasn't just, you know, you always want to lock down your hometown, but it was like, it was people all over the world that was ordering, man.
Yeah.
You know, we even was getting orders from Canada. You know what I'm saying?
It's
so
amazing.
It was crazy, man.
That's amazing, man. And the only reason why I had to bring that conversation up first, because you're only showing that it's possible that you're able to go on your social media, because a lot of people don't know how powerful your social media is, no matter whether it's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and anyone, even Facebook, like that you can really reach out and you can get what you actually looking for, especially the amount of work that you put in, and that's what you was blessed to get with. So now we're gonna bring it back to the city. Me and you talked before, we talking about ownership, you know what I'm saying? You're in the works of actually trying to get your own building, you know what I'm saying, purchase it. What is something that kind of got you in the mindset like, yo, if I'm going to do this and that, I need to have my own building?
Well, be honest with you, right after everything happened with the View, and, you know, I was like, the amount of work we getting now, like, we need to have an actual store somewhere where we can combine because from my goal from the beginning, just shout out to our actual printing company, Integrated Design and Print, is where we, you know, we put a company together to do mass production of t-shirts and stuff like that, to grow it, to be able to get on that level and stuff. But we needed a building, a space for all of that, you know, conscious community wear, integrated design and print. Like I was telling you about, you know, like you with the interviews and stuff like that, like we come together and do things like this together, man, and we have somewhere where we can go to, where we ain't gotta gotta have somebody telling us, okay, well, versus us going to lease a spot. And, you know, when they done with us and want to do something else, you know what I mean? And we don't put all that work in, you know what I'm saying? It was for nothing. We went in, you know, because they could tell you, you know, you can, hey, we'll lease it to you, but at the end of the day, whenever they say we got to go, we got to go.
Definitely.
Type of thing. So ownership has been big for me, man. And on top of that, it really magnified with me. I always watched Nipsey Hussle's moves and what he was doing and where he was going. But his death magnified that, man, just off of, you know, I like, that was like a heartbreaking thing that happened to him, man. But the message that followed after that, it woke a lot of people up, man. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's been affected like that.
Same here.
You know, but he was big on ownership. Definitely, you know, and that's what we need to be as black people anyway. Ownership, man, because we don't really own anything in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
But we do spend a lot of money, though. We do spend a lot of money.
Big facts.
We spend a lot of money.
Big facts. So, you know, ownership is key, man. If we want to see our environment, the environment for our people to change, ownership is the key. And owning it right there. You know what I'm saying? In our environment, man.
You know, what me and you was also talking about, and it's good that I did break up ownership. You know, me and you came to my house and you proposed this whole interview session by so much that I think about and which you was also delivering, because you know every time you talk is always something that I can take away from it. And one of the things that we also took about was about gentrification. If a lot of people don't know, gentrification is when you have certain people that goes in certain environments that has low property value, and people go in there and buy the property and they sell it for higher, and you start to have more and more people getting into that into those properties. But we as black people, certain minorities, I would say, gets moved out of these places, and we don't have nowhere to go. So that's why I had my man Cav to explain ownership, because ownership is very important. And the one thing about the Nipsey Hussle situation, I want to say shout out to my man Compton AV. He's straight out of Compton, California. He followed the Wave804. I want to say a couple days ago. And the one thing he said that really stood to me was, you know, why they had to take for this man to close his eyes for you to open yours. And for him to speak about ownership, and you speak about having your own, you building something, you having wealth and generating wealth within your community, it's definitely something that you got to have. So for my man and Kev to explain that is definitely useful. But I definitely want to see, we're going to talk about gentrification, because that's something that you was also explaining the other day. You said you was going through certain places throughout Richmond and you seen some things. Like, how did that make you want to change?
The thing with gentrification, man, when we came back, right? It like our name, like after the viewing and all that stuff happened, it kind of magnified who we were, and so I had a lot of different people reaching out to me or whatever. I won't name no names, but we had got invited to a it was like an event going on, and somebody wanted us to make an appearance. Right, and this was on Hull Street, and you know, Hull Street, we know it for the area for being predominantly African American, black people and stuff, and so the building that we were going to, you know, to do the pop-up shop, when I got there, I was like, okay, you know, it's in the hood, familiar with the area. When I got inside the building, man, it looked, you know, we all know how Hull Street looked.
Yeah,
I'm part of it anyway. And when I got inside the building, it was like, it was laid out, man. I mean, it was looked miraculous, man. It was, you know, it was put together. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh wow, they really fixed this place up. And you know, I'm looking around for the owner, because I had never met the owner and stuff like that. And you know, long story short, it was a young white lady or whatever that owned it. And she came over, she shook my hand real sweet, like nice, you know, and you know, we talked and stuff like that, and I, you know, I thanked her for allowing us to come out and stuff like that, inviting us out or whatever. But it just made me think that, you know, this area that's predominantly a lot of African Americans, you know, the person that owns that building now is not African American. You know what I'm saying? And that's no shot again at nobody or anything like that. I want to make that clear, but it just showed me, you know, maybe the mind frame that we're dealing with when it comes to our community and stuff, and then having other people come in and buy up stuff around us, and then we're not owning anything, and then after that we're being pushed out of that community. You know what I'm saying? But because we're not stepping up to the plate and getting educated on ownership and different things like that, you know, my thing is I want to buy back the block, man. And this is going, you know, this company serves the purpose, and that and many other purposes. You know what I'm saying? And like buying back the block, teaching. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, the ownership, educating, you know, the youth about. I think it's important for them to see people that look like them do phenomenal things, and we are fully capable of doing phenomenal things, man. Like, look at you, me, my man Brian. you know, we capable of doing things like this, and when we put our minds, we focus and we put our minds together, because you know it takes a community to do things sometimes.
So you got everything in the mix. You got your mind in the right places, and you got your everything going on for you. Now, when it comes to these your shirts, the products that you're able to sell, and you can draw people more into your business as far as conscious community, which has a very complex name to it, conscious community. If you don't have the community and it's not conscious, how can we actually build something within it? So the Richmond shirt, what I really think is very impressive because you coin off of something that I look at Nipsey Hussle with Crenshaw. You got Richmond. Richmond has a very big market and it really holds at least over 250,000 people within the city. So when you came up with that, what was the concept behind making the Richmond shirts?
Well, the concept was, you know, like you said, you mentioned Nipsey and everything, and Brooklyn got their Brooklyn shirt,
Right.
and Nipsey gave Crenshaw they, you know, Sloss and their Crenshaw shirt, a stamp, you know, and I figured that the city of Richmond would need that too. You know, I felt as though that would be big, because to have, you see a lot of people with the RVA shirts,
Right.
but then you have people coming from out of town don't know what that shit is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like RVA, it don't really make a statement. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, you know, we need something to actually say Richmond. You know what I mean? Stamp it. You know what I mean? And then we put that conscious community wear on the sleeve and everything. So it gives people a sense of something to be proud of when they put that Richmond shirt on. You know what I'm saying? And people from out of town, the response to people, you know, when we did the jazz festival last weekend, and it was a lot of people from out of town, and that they spotted that Richmond shirt, man, and it was like, I gotta have it.
Right.
I need, so to have people that's not from this area that want to go out and represent a place that we from, that we live, you know what I'm saying? It was big, man. You know, so I think that's important.
I feel like it's really dope too because you have good product that can move by itself. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention that you have other shirts and other clothing that a lot of people love to wear, but it's just something about the Richmond that really stands out because think about it, you keep doing more stuff like that, man. You had the Jazz Festival, you're doing the View, and also something that you really pointed out to me is like, man, it takes money. You gotta spend money to make more money. You know what I'm saying? From what you actually put in, you get more out of it because you just like you stay so consistent with it. And that's what I really admire about you too, because it's not just about with you. It's never been more about the money. It's been more so about your career, what you want to end up with, and what people can say about you. Because my worst fear is to be 50 years old and be a woulda, coulda, shoulda, and I ain't got nothing to show behind it. When you got somebody who want to own something, who has a whole brand behind them, and has his people with him, he's working, he's giving everybody opportunities, is really showing that success was never really about him, but it's about everybody who he's able to touch. So that's why I really sincere look up to you when it comes to you, OG. But what is the other products that you may have coming if you want to display it? You can let everybody know what you got.
Well, our most popular shirt, and the shirt that made us go viral, is the No Hate shirt. I really care. Why don't you want it back? That was big at the Richmond Jazz Festival too. Like, we sold out. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the Altria Theater too for having us involved in the Richmond Jazz Festival. But that's one of the shirts. But what we got coming out too after this, I don't really want to like
just tell it right now.
Give it away. But no, we got some heat coming.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, you know, I appreciate, you know, you taking the time to interview us and everything like that, man. Just looking forward to making moves, man, and continue to put on for the city of Richmond.
Yeah, man, that's all it is. I feel like everybody got an opportunity and a purpose. Once you find out your purpose, like, can't nobody take nothing away from you.
Facts.
Money is nothing but a source. Everything, material is nothing but a source.
Big facts.
Your riches comes within you. You just got to take time to find it.
Big facts.
A lot of people don't like to think about it, but it's just like everybody wants something because, you know, they go through certain situations. Don't mind, like, I come from West Virginia. I know what the struggle is, but I'll be damned to be a victim to my own struggles. You feel me? So that's how the way it is. I appreciate you for having me on here, because you know I rock with conscious community service. Yo, listen, when I'm talking about my mom trying to steal my Richmond shirt, like, yo, she trying to jack my shit.
Hey,
man.
Mom, we got you. We got you.
Definitely trying to take my Richmond shirt.
You know what I mean?
That joint is hard, too, so definitely everybody.
You ain't gotta take Jeff's, we got you.
Yeah, you ain't gotta rob me or mine. Come on, man. But I definitely love it. But I definitely want to conclude this whole situation. The Wave 804 has opened up a lot of eyes, a lot of doors to certain people, that it's possible that if you see somebody like Kev, Brian, and even as somebody who's next to support, it's definitely possible. Hey, man, listen, man, look, I just love to do what I do.